So my question is that I've noticed in New Korea, I started saying things, making sounds without my own will. I just, and I think it's light language, these new sounds. Like I
Hmm.
speak a language I don't understand. Not my, doesn't come from me.
Right, right. So some in the new age, in this modern era, refer to these spontaneous vocalizations as light language. So there's many, I think, videos online of people saying, okay, I'm going to go into light language, and they begin, expressing
Oh,
different sounds and whatnot. Throughout other traditions, it's not unheard of to speak in tongues. This is something that's in some traditions, some Christian traditions refer to speaking in tongues. They call it glossolalia. There's even some ideas. Now, I'm not familiar enough to comment too much, but there's some ideas that the language of Sanskrit is actually originally a language that originated from the same place that your own light language is originating from. So Sanskrit, the vibrations of the words of the syllables are, the frequencies are very deliberate, and they came forth spontaneously over time. That's why many of us may be called towards using Sanskrit terminology when we're referring to some of our spiritual phenomena. Even the word Om is actually it's a mantra, and it vibrates the body in a particular way, as do all of the different consonants and syllables in Sanskrit. Now, this is my very basic understanding. I'm sure others could be able to elaborate much more. Whereas English, for example, has gone through many different iterations, and as accents change and as different parts of the world blend the languages with other languages, that's how English came about. But Sanskrit's a little different. So, in the same way that you may have spontaneous movements, those kriyas of the body moving, and then people developed yoga systems out of that, sun salutations and this sequence and that sequence. The same way, it's the same source that your language is coming forth. So that's a little about the light language. Now, there are healing benefits to those vocalizations in the same way that when we say hurt our knee, we want to say ooh, or we have a stomach ache, we say ah, there's these sounds that come out. They're healing sounds. The vibration itself is healing. That's why we are inclined to do that spontaneously. So when we're sitting in meditation and the Kundalini begins to vocalize through us, it's healing, it's energizing, it's amplifying, it's doing something to do with our spiritual process. In some respects, it can also turn into bringing forth channeled messages, insights, wisdom can come forth through English or whatever language it is that you speak. So that can come forth through.